All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me his truth. I would like to say shalom to you Akim and you Fiu Akwath, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. It's your brother Micah Allah coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, Shah, Lord willing to edify. And the title of this lesson is simply Famine is the checkmate from the Lord. You know, famine is the checkmate from the Lord. And this is how the Lord is going to checkmate all you Americans, you Jakes out there, that's continuing to trust in Egypt, thinking that the times that we're in is the time to basically have fun and party and just think that you're going to get your career in line, get your life in order concerning, the things of this world. You think basically America's going to continue forever. Well, the Lord is literally checkmating you people by putting you in the midst of a famine. You see? And he's using Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to do it. And these are the things, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that we've been warning about for the longest, man. And you Jakes, you mocked, you scoffed, especially after the C-19 situation, when Esau let you niggas off a lockdown. He let you basically go back to the spirit of business as usual. You niggas got jabbed up and you just forgot about all that just took place. You just back in the same docile spirit, thinking that the Lord is not going to continue to judge this place and ultimately judge you people. You think, basically peace and safety, but not knowing that you're literally living in the midst of a famine. Now you got this war that's, of course we're often going to speak about these things because that's what's happening in the earth. And this war between Iran and Israel and America, you're not understanding that that's going to affect you Americans. You see, that's going to affect you in a very big way. And just because you're just seeing the build up to it, or you're seeing small glimpses, with your gas prices going up, certain food items are going up, you're not understanding how serious this is and on how eventually it's going to come a day where a thing of tissue may run you $500. Gas may be $1,000 a gallon. Just throwing that out there due to, hyperinflation, because your dollar is not backed by nothing. It's not backed by gold and silver. So it holds no weight. America is in trillions of dollars of debt. You see? And America's not getting back better. How Trump has been pushing this facade and basically pushing an enchantment, thinking that things are going to get back better, And really, he's done nothing but constantly show you stupid ass people that he's just making things worse, man. You see? But you people keep thinking it's a game. That's why those of us that are in the know, we really are laughing at you people, Even though we're going to be in the midst of these things, even because right now, since we're in the famine, guess what? These high prices are going to affect us all. But guess what? What sets us apart from you people is that we have Yahweh Shah to depend on, because the Lord promised miracles. greater miracles at that, you see? And you just ask your average American, you so-called Christians, do you believe the Bible? Do you believe in miracles? They'll tell you, yeah, but you'll give them a scenario. Well, what if the lights go out? What if ain't no food on the shelves, just like the C-19? What you gonna do then? You know? They'll tell you they don't know. So you Christians don't have the answers in these last days. You Christians don't have faith. You Americans are not God-fearing nation of people. And that's why we promote the destruction to you people. We promote the famine to lay hold on you people. Because this is just ridiculous. You got Jake out here, acting an ass in the streets. You got this new trend called the teen takeover. We got a bunch of young fucking gremlins running throughout the streets, running through shopping centers, just acting a complete ass. What just took place a couple weeks ago with that spring break shit in Houston. You got these nasty ass gremlins spreading HIV to each other, doing nasty shit in cars in broad daylight, out in the open where everybody can see them. Just a bunch of damn degenerates, just a bunch of nasty freaks. And you people honestly believe that the Lord is okay with this behavior. But stick it to the point. The Lord is about to checkmate you people with this famine, man. With this matter of fact, I'm going to start off right here. This is Revelation 6. And verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And this is what Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has done. He's taken peace from the earth. You see? It says, in that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And the Lord's going to allow Esau to use that sword of famine to destroy you people, man. And that's a secret that you Israelites are still not privy to. Or you still are not understanding that the Lord is about to allow this dude to literally siege you people, where you're going to be put in situations just like times of old, to where cannibalism is going to be literally the new normal. That's going to be the vibration of how these people are going to be operating, And it's all going to be staged. It's going to be this is a man-made famine. But it all goes back to Yahweh Shemal Shai, because the mind of a king is in the hands of the Lord. So the Lord has the spirit on this devil to get ready to starve you people out. You McDonald, Wendy chicken nugget eating niggas, man. Man, let me show you how fucking stupid these Americans is. I seen a video the other day on how this Jake was talking to this bride. And the bitch gonna tell him, talk about she gonna talk about, I don't eat McDonald's. She said, I don't eat McDonald's. And she was breaking down to Jake, like, they say McDonald's got human meat in it, and it was messed up. Then the motherfucker gonna turn around and say in the same breath that I only eat McDonald's if I ain't got no other choice. But bitch, you just admitted that the McDonald's was fucked up. You just admitted that it was human meat. And you tried to school Jake, but then turn around and say, well, if push came to shove, That's the only time I eat it. You a fucking idiot, man. That's why it's, and then of course, it was the nigga woman. It was the black woman. But that just shows you the mindset of these Jakes, man. And she was I say she was, young. I say she probably about 21, But these new generation, this new generation coming up, the Lord is killing off a lot of you niggas, man. I just received a message yesterday, from somebody I grew up with. The Lord took his little brother out, man. So the Lord is killing off a lot of you young niggas, man. You generation Z, Gen X, whatever you call you niggas, man. But let's get into this right here. Got 2 videos queued up. Let's get into it.
To dim everything. It's so deeply troubling. I can't. It just disheartens me, because how are we allowing this to happen? How are we allowing this to happen, to go from 18 million animals in the 30s to a population that's exploded in the United States, and now we have 8 million?
That's right. Yeah, we're at the lowest herd numbers since 1950s, but we've got 320 million people to feed. So this to me, this is why it's been my focus. All these other things that they do matter. And, I always say, pick a hill to die on, because there's plenty, and somebody needs you to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. But quite frankly, none of those hills matter if you're starving. It really doesn't. Like, famine is the game. It's the game over. It's the checkmate. And so we need to back our family farms and ranches in this nation. Doesn't. Like, famine is the game. It's the game over. It's the checkmate.
Famine is the game over. It's the checkmate. You see? So the Lord ain't nothing to play with, man. And this is what we were warning you Jakes about, man. We are in perilous times, dude.
Now, this is just the sweetest wallet I've ever seen. GPS trackable.
Look at this shit.
Trigger engaged and RFID protected.
Look at that.
Extremely sleek.
That's the spirit. That's the C-hip, man. That stupid ass wallet, that's the spirit, man.
Beautiful craftsmanship. All billet machines, RFID protected, aerospace grade aluminum, 3K twill carbon fiber.
We started all roads lead to the C-hip, man. So it makes sense. You see?
We started with how the war in the Middle East is potentially leading to higher costs for many goods here at home. Iran's effective shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz has locked up 20% of the world's oil, leading to rising gas prices across the country.
Yeah, but oil isn't the only thing being restricted because of the war with Iran. Maribel Gonzalez breaks down what other goods consumers could be impacted by the ongoing conflict abroad.
From the gasoline that powers transportation to the packaging of everyday items on store shelves, oil is essential.
Oil and petroleum goes into almost every product that's produced.
And now more expensive due to the ongoing war in Iran. The global oil benchmark hit $115 a barrel Thursday after Tehran's retaliatory strikes on energy infrastructure in Qatar and Kuwait. Economists say this could have an effect beyond just prices at the pump.
The synthetic plastic that they use, right, to make pill bottles or saran wrap, plastic wrap that goes on products, that is a hydrocarbon-based product. The raw material for that is oil.
More than a quarter of the world's helium comes from Qatar and travels through the Strait of Hormuz, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. It's vital for cooling MRI machines and making AI chips, and is already in short supply. Aluminum is used in large building materials. Its price has surged to a 4-year high because of the strait's closure.
If this continues, they're going to be in a bind because they're going to have an economic slowdown that's like a recession, but they're going to have inflation. And when this happens together, we call it stagflation.
But Vice President J.D. Vance is urging patience.
It's not going to last forever. We're going to take care of business.
I'm Mary.
Man, that's smooth words, man. You already know how he do. This First Thessalonians 5 and 1, it says, "But are the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Shema Shai so cometh as a thief in the night." And the Lord is going to catch you people like a thief in the night because you're not prepared for this famine, you know, because it's going to take faith and through divine intervention for you to escape the Lord's famine. It doesn't matter how much food you stored up. So that means you preppers out there, especially you Edomite preppers, you think you're going to outsmart the Lord because you in your bunker right now with canned goods. You know, you just making YouTube videos, you know, warning people like you're going to escape the Lord's wrath when you're not even understanding that the Lord has apparitions out here, man. And when the Lord really unleash hell on this place, you people are going to die in your bunkers. You see? Or the Lord may just teleport your ass to a lion's den. You see what I'm saying? And all that prepping, you did all that for nothing. And really you did it just to ultimately preserve the elect. But continuing on, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So just like how J.D. Vance talking about some, basically you got it under control, things are gonna get back to normal and all that. Basically speaking unto you people, smooth words, telling you what you want to hear, but they're not telling you that you know, all of this is planned. You know, this is a planned famine. It's not going to get better, you know. Prices is not going to go back down, you see. Because prophecy is in motion. So why they saying peace and safety to you? The Lord said sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So you're not going to be able to escape. You can keep on listening to Esau tell you these smooth things, tell you what you want to hear. Let Trump keep telling you that that they winning the war with Iran. But guess what? Sudden destruction is still coming. It says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief." And that's those of us that are in this truth. It says, "Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness," because the Lord has given us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know, which is the form, which is that light. You say that true light. And now we're able to see in the midst of darkness. Meaning we're able to understand when we look and hear people's talking points, you know, when we look at news articles, when we look at what's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, all of these evils continuing to grow. The Lord has blessed us with the understanding that is prophecy and that the Lord spoke of these things before the foundations of the earth. So we're not like your average person that don't know why these things are taking place, because people can know, you know, what's going on. You know, it's nothing to see a news article and to know about it. But these people don't understand why it's happening. That's why Yahweh Shai said, "My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you." You know, the comforter. So Yahweh Shai gave us the comforter. And that comes with what? You knowing the answer to unanswered questions, and you knowing ultimately why these things are taking place. You see? So it says, "Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." Psalms 105:16. It says, "Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He breaketh the whole staff of bread." So the Lord called for this famine in the land of America. And it's only going to increase. And the Lord is the one that's breaking your staff of bread of you Americans. The Lord is breaking down, you know, your farming system, you know, where your farmers are being driven out of the way, you know. The Lord is breaking, having to do where Esau setting all these different, what you call it, damn, it just slipped me, we'll say these different warehouses on fire, you know, where they house these different animals like chickens or different slaughterhouses. You know, Esau's been burning these places up throughout the years. You know, BG been buying up a large percentage of the farmland over here in America and distributing out GMOs to you people, you know. But all of it goes back to Yahweh Shema Shai, increasing the famine on you people. And yes, we say you people because guess what? We don't plan on eating this bullshit in the time of a famine. This shit that Esau got out here, nigga, we tired of eating GMOs now. You see what I'm saying? So just because this nigga making some threats to stop GMOs from going out, we tired of eating that anyways, man. But we understand that was prophecy because we'll eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles. So the Lord, you know, has given us, you know, basically the correct mindset to have in order to sustain in these last days, because we looking for the Lord to provide for us. Isaiah 10 and verse 20, you see, and many other scriptures. Second Ezra 15 and verse 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Famine, 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 famine. You see? Amos 3 and 6, it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai have not done it?" See? So these evils, this famine that's in the city of America, or in these cities of America, in this country, and we mainly focusing on America because this is the place that the Lord has declared, you know, war with. You see? Starting with Esau Edom, but you know, this man's system, you know. And the Lord's this famine is going to be global. You see? So it ain't just reserved for just America. No, this is going to be worldwide famine. But all of these evils are being sent by Yahweh Shema Shai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It says, "Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets." And these are secrets that's been revealed, starting with our apostles and elders, a great millstone on down. And we're distributing these secrets, which come in the form of these prophecies. You know, we distribute and we bring clarity through the mercies of Yahweh Shema Shai to the elect. Because the Lord told us to what? Comfort one another with these words. But Lord willing, that was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.